All right, guys. Welcome back to another edition of the NBA Fantasy Salary Cap edition. I had a terrible game day 7, but we've just concluded week 4 going into week 5. So something to look forward to, and of course something to forget as soon as possible. So as you can see right there, I was below average. Just managed only 65 points out of 107, the average. And of course, it was due to a combination of multiple things going wrong all at once. So I lost out when Benyama didn't play, and he's actually out until 18th, which will be a Tuesday, Wednesday, around there. Whereas Castle, who played, remember I made the move to bring in Castle just for one game day, so that I can have an extra points from a player that was going to play in that final game day of the week, which was game day 7. It didn't pan out as well. I think he got injured with a hip injury. He's also expected on 18th November as well. He only managed to give me 17 points. Drew's Holiday, he didn't even feature, so gave me 0 points right there from Drew. So Mignot gave me 3 points, meaning he didn't play a lot. The only person that delivered was George with the Washington Wizards. But we have a lot prepared out for you. We shall go through all the games, a number of highlights prepared right there for all these games. So of course the early tip-off was the LA Clippers taking on Boston Celtics, and of course Boston Celtics ended up winning that one 121 to 118. I do have the highlights of this one, so I'm going to take you through as you have a look at some of the players that featured. But of course the main people to look at were Harden, who dropped 37 points in this one, which is a total of 63 fantasy points for James Harden. Then Brown as well, scoring 61 fantasy points in this one, dropping a double-double, 33 points in the game and 13 rebounds right there for the Boston Celtics. So I do have some highlights. Just hope my machine does not run.
Schedule for the Clippers plus the late game.
So this is basically James Harden's contribution. The 37
straight on three gets a very friendly roll, but they are up against the ropes, and it's early
they
here
were
in the
not
first round. 5:20 to
play.
They're down 21-9. Zoo, the floater, it falls. A season high 21 for Zoo. Collins.
Of course, Harden and Zoo are doing some wonders. That's Collins right there.
Elevates, hangs around and leaves it in. Zoo able to retrieve it.
Zubac's dropped a total of 16 points in this game. Of course, Collins also made 17 points.
John Collins now with 8. Clippers still playing with some fight here. Can they get some execution? Harden off the window and in. James Harden now with 14.
So this was in the third quarter. James Harden doing his thing with Zubac.
Counted on a foul. And Ivica Zubac able to lay it in.
Boston. Magic here, 2 feet in the paint. Zoo patiently waits. Yeah, smart decision, comes to the opposite side of the rim.
So we're going to jump into the fourth.
Collins in the
This
corner
is
for the
6
three.
minutes
It's
into
good.
the fourth.
106-96 midway through the fourth. James has his eyes wide open as he brings it across half court. Opportunity. Pritchard falls, Harden attacks and scores. 21 for Harden.
And then James here. Talked about those minutes. Still tricky and shifty.
Back to Bogdanovich. The three is en route. Rebound up for grabs. The rookie delivers again. It's Harden for 3. Yes! What a shot! 108 to 103.
in this one.
Watch this. The hustle, because you have numbers in transition. Great hustle by Zeus Sanders. Immediately locates James Harden.
That's how the game got started with threes.
So this is 1 minute to end of the fourth.
The Clippers have a team 12. Harden lays it in. 13.8 remains. Clippers down 5. Harden, sidestep 3 en route. Oh, he's done it again. 34 for Harden.
What a game James had.
But the ball has to be in cleanly, and I'm telling you, where we're sitting at, we're right over
That's
here.
right over
okay?
Derek White,
The
one
ball
of the
was
best
right
defenders
on
in
target
the
the whole
NBA.
time when James let it go. All he needed was
Derek
a little
White
bit
dropped
of space.
22, of course, tonight in that
Key
game.
here.
Harden, can he deliver a
Yeah,
four-point
this is
play?
seconds
Fires the
to the
three.
end of the
It's good
fourth.
again. Harden, you got to be kidding me. There's still time. 2 seconds to play.
There's
But again,
enough time.
But that's why with the 3 ball, the game, especially when it's a close game, is never over. Okay, because you
Exactly.
can
In
score
the NBA
so
with the
quickly.
3 ball,
Boston doesn't want to foul, so your freedom of movement is going to be a lot easier.
so yeah, that was James Harden. Of course, had a very good game, but unfortunately, it wasn't enough for him to push his team to win the game. So that was the first game of the night. Then came Sacramento Kings, who took on San Antonio Spurs. This was my disappointment. Fox had a great game. Actually, we shall have some highlights of what De'Aaron Fox did in this one. DeMar DeRozan scoring 43 fantasy points in this one and a total of 27 points right there. Schroeder comes back roaring, scoring 41 in this one, 22 points in the game. Then, of course, on the other side, De'Aaron Fox scoring 55, scoring 28 points in the game and a double-double, 11 assists, a total of 55 fantasy points. Barnes, who shoots from range, scoring 20 points in this one, 34 points in that one. I do have some highlights for you in this one.
Schedule for the Clippers, but
Just flipping. Of course, De'Aaron scored 28, a double-double in this one. That's De'Aaron Fox, who took over in the absence of
Kings know something about that. If you're a San Antonio Spurs defender,
Victor Wembanyama, the
second
myth.
offensive rebound. Fox lines one up and switches for 3.
Here's De'Aaron Fox. By them decided to give it right back up to 2 defenders.
Fox, same spot. And again, looking at his hand, saying, okay, couple threes are coming.
This is in the first quarter.
De'Aaron Fox, a little razzle-dazzle on the perimeter. I turned my back on the intruder there. Maybe give him the ball right back. Time to go to work.
Fox back in there. Finds Kelly Olynyk. Who
Olynyk.
hits it for 3.
Wow. Coming an advantage, we're seeing a trend of the big scoring from range. NBA evolving. The team can't survive without the 3-point.
Appreciated his mid-range game.
Keldon rattles one in.
Yeah,
So this is the second.
Fox. Against Levine. Fox, yes.
making the top of my mouth full.
I want to thank Alamo Biscuit Company in Benderia.
That's
a couple
Vassell.
different locations on the Riverwalk.
Vassell dropped 16 in the game. Of course, De'Aaron Fox dropped 28 in the game.
Absolutely. Cornette up and in.
Olynyk just had 4. Then, of course, Castle, the one that I have in my squad, just dropped 4 in the
Levine.
game. But I think he
Right
got
inside,
injured.
got it stripped. Keldon, another double
Wow.
pump. Fox.
We're going to skip to the
Drives.
4th. That's De'Aaron
And
Fox.
rolls
He
in.
missed a crucial game against
Just set that screen on DeMar
Golden
DeRozan.
State
See some
Warriors
bonus
a
scores
few
step
days
up.
back.
Guess
So
who?
this is the 4th.
Keldon.
It is Fox.
Fox
As he's
again.
in there, he has
Another
a
bucket.
very good mid-range.
25 for De'Aaron Fox. Vassell. Right back. De'Aaron. Smooth crossover. Step
On
back.
range,
Good night.
basket. Of course, he pushed his team all the way until the end, and they managed to win it. Of course, 123 to 110 against the Sacramento Kings. And of course, that puts them in. We go to the analytical view shortly. So as you can see, this is the Western Conference. San Antonio Spurs is in 5th place. That gives them 9-4, 9 wins and 4 losses all in the season. Of course, it keeps them in pace because we are seeing runaway league leaders. Of course, OKC, Denver Nuggets, Houston Rockets. Actually, this helped the Houston Rockets. We shall have a look at how they fared in the game shortly. It is actually a few minutes away. Then, of course, LA Lakers right there. Okay, so then the next game, of course, was Brooklyn Nets taking on Washington Wizards. I do have some highlights of that one, but of course, Kevin Porter Jr. kept on showing, and of course, George, the one that helped me, managed to drop 45 points right there for them. So flipping to Orlando Magic. Oh wait, Washington Wizards is the one that we want. Brooklyn Nets taking on Washington Wizards. Of course, we saw Brooklyn Nets finally won that one.
Megan, thank you very much.
129 to 1.
And let's welcome back after missing the last 4, Bilal Coulibaly. There's a drive inside, scored by Keyshawn. Meanwhile, Jordy Fernandez will go with Porter, Clowney, Claxton, Joyman, and Mann. They're 1-11, 1-5 on the road. Michael Porter Jr. won an NBA title with the Denver Nuggets. Scores for the Nets. Sarr inside, slamming it on Clowney.
Okay, that's
Nets team
right
coming
there.
off a loss to the Orlando
So
Magic
this
on Friday,
didn't have any major
105-98.
highlights. It was even a blowout. So Kevin Porter Jr. being the highest scorer in this one.
And Kisper comes up with it. A 3 will tie it for
So
Washington.
my PC is freezing
Might
a
be it
bit.
right here.
CJ,
Someone to
floater.
go back.
Oh, yeah.
Count it.
It will recover so that we can have a look at the rest of the games. So yeah, so that one really, it was Kevin Porter Jr. that dropped 34 points. Then George dropped 29 in this one. Kevin Porter Jr. had one of his best games of the season in this one, dropping 57 fantasy points, 9 rebounds, 1 rebound shy of a double-double, and 3 assists shy of a triple-double, having 7 assists right there. George had a good game as well, scoring 45 points, and of course 29 in the game for George right there. Then of course at the end of that, we had the Orlando Magic taking on Houston Rockets. This was another good game. So of course we had Kevin Durant dropping 35 points in this one. 35 points for Kevin Durant right there, which is a total of 55 points for KD. And of course scoring, my PC is freezing, meaning I can't bring you these highlights. Okay, just hold on. I might have to restart my machine. Just hold on. All right, of course KD dropped, of course, like we said, dropped 35 in the game right there. Not much contributing elsewhere. And we do have the highlights of this one. It was a close one, of course, determined by just 4 points right there. 2-possession game right there. So I do have some highlights of this one. See if I can pull them up. This was Houston Rockets taking on Orlando Magic.
Trailblazers in it now. And you see Carter getting up and trying to challenge. There's no double team so far. Oh, the fadeaway.
Scored 30 in this one. 30 points.
Shots. I mean, that was amazing defense from Carter.
Wagner downhill. This guy is a restricted area month.
Hans Wagner, of course, scored 29 in this one. There he is cooking in the paint.
Up over the top of Jabari Smith Jr., which is what the Magic need.
Jabari Smith Jr.
Here's Wagner to Bain. Down by as many as
Barris
16 points in
dropped
their cup game
10 in
against
this one.
Brooklyn, and they came back
That's
to
a
win
Nate Thompson being rejected right there. Men dropped 12 in this one.
De Silva, and he's able to run
De Silva with 13 in the game.
Gave up the whole house to
That's
go
Baines.
out and get Bain is that, you know, he can stretch the floor. He provides shooting.
Good move. They're 7 for 11.
That's
The Rockets
KD.
4 of
Dropped
11.
35 in this one.
Over Wagner.
Mid-range master. He has that mid-range
Let's
shot,
see if
which
you
is
can
just
respond here
amazing.
defensively, though.
The Rockets are very good in ISOs, namely because of guys like Kevin Durant and Alperen Şengün. Carter. Rebound Orlando. Here comes Black. Slips by Smith. Comes into the paint. And is able to flip it underneath his arm and off in the window.
That's Black. Black dropped 18 in this one. So this is the first quarter. Let's skip to
They're up 12.
the second quarter.
Glass.
I don't like that everything is a
The
tough
second, of course, you can see right there, it's 44. 40.
De Silva now, this time on the move.
So it's Orlando Magic leading.
Durant, they're going to ISO him here on the near
KD.
side.
Isolation.
Shoots over the
Mid-range
top.
basket.
You play it perfect, and it gives you back-to-back buckets.
Give and go. De Silva.
De Silva.
Guess who? Significant improvement.
Desmond Baines from range.
Behind win here for the
Had the
Rockets.
26-point
They were down
game.
16
Alperen
in the
Şengün.
first half to Brooklyn in their last
AD
game.
mid-range
And
basket.
Durant
And
had a
one.
start and one. Şengün doubled. That pass got deflected. Picked
Nice
up by
steal
Black.
right there.
Works his way by
That's
a
Black.
bogey. Weaved on it.
Basket.
Weaved on it. Goodness. He is still looking St. Louis.
Hans
Şengün
Wagner.
out to the rim for the Twitter.
So this is the third quarter.
Places I would have, you know, make me change my mind.
This is still a close game all the way. That's Jabari Smith
But we
from
also
range.
pointed out Jabari and Amin are both extremely teachable and have a willingness to learn.
Hans Wagner. Basket.
Bang the swing.
That's a steal.
Rockets now
Okogie.
turnovers.
Jabari
They've
back
done
to
a great
Okogie.
job of that as this season has gone.
Nice. Jermaine Thompson.
Who dunks it down and 23 throws at him out of the lineup, but their team does get to the free throw line.
Mid-range basket.
And Rockets have been within 2 a couple of times.
So this is the
Trailed by
third
14.
quarter.
Nice
Let's
extra
skip
basket
to the fourth.
Spinning, jumps it off the Thompson.
So this is 2 minutes. Let's go back a bit. 5 minutes in the fourth. So as you can see, it's just 3 points. Orlando Magic maintained their lead until the fourth. But it was a tiny lead in the NBA. That is too small a lead to maintain. That's Amin Thompson. Mid-range basket. Alperen Şengün. Jabari Smith.
Hands it to Durant. Back to him. Now on if they help. Backs him down to Durant.
This is 2 minutes on the clock. Durant from range. Basket. They take their first lead. No, they just, yes, they take their first lead right there. Baines managed to pick it up again and make it. So they regain their lead. This is 2 minutes on the clock. Alperen Şengün to Amin Thompson. And one. And one.
Successful challenge and a very important one for the Magic. Şengün with Wagner, backs him in. Shake and bake again, hit him with that shoulder shimmy and scored.
Well, they stayed home. They didn't want to give up the 3. Remember? Houston back man.
Bain on
It's a 1-point game. That's Desmond Baines. Basket.
From the dunker spot and dunks it down. The cut and the slam.
They are maintaining their lead. This is seconds on the clock. Just a 3-point lead. Durant from range. Basket ties the game with 21 seconds on the clock. Still got it. So it's 100 as you can see right here. Now they have the opportunity to actually win this one. This is the Orlando Magic maintaining their slim lead, but they are now 100 each. 8 seconds on the clock. Desmond Baines goes all the way. Rejected on the hoop. with 1 second on the clock.
Isaacs doesn't want to leave.
Thompson.
Now it's 1 second, 1 minute, second. Alperen Şengün. Wow. He's going into overtime.
Inside the building.
He's on the ball.
Pandemonium indeed.
Inbounder. Got to throw it up towards the rim.
It's not enough time
You
to
can
catch
breathe
and
at
shoot.
least for a
Going
couple
to
additional
overtime.
minutes until the extra 5 starts.
Wow.
It to Şengün.
Şengün actually dropped
There goes
30 in
Thompson
this
on
one.
the other side to stuff it
So this is
down.
the first overtime.
Houston's got to find a way to get it.
And of course, Durant scoring 37, 35 in this one. That's Alperen cooking. And one. Now the tide is shifting. Remember, Orlando had the lead all through and through. Now the tide is shifting. Rejected by Jabari Smith.
Durant still one-on-one.
Durant mid-range basket. Game down. Hands down. Game down. That's it. So that's how they fared and actually ended up winning that game in spite of trailing all through and through. Then, of course, there came the Golden State Warriors taking on New Orleans Pelicans. We were sure they were supposed to win this one because of New Orleans actually doing terribly this season. They are rock bottom in the West with just 2 wins out of 12 games. They have lost 11 right there. They even have among the worst losing streaks. Not the worst, but they have among the worst. So, of course, right there we see Steph Curry. There it is. I told you guys. I don't know if he was going to maintain it, but it was good while it lasted. But yeah, Steph Curry right there with just 9 points. He had a cool 40-40 pieces right before this one. So he cooled down and, of course, only managed 9 points in this one. So I also have the highlights of this one. Let me bring you the highlights, of course, as we look at that game.
In his first career start, controls the tip. Nice to say. Herb up against Curry, gets to the rack.
That's a set play to make Steph Curry the pigeon. What I mean by that is to put him into action.
Hield comes off the bench for them. Draymond Green will get blocked away. Jeremiah helped with Derek Queen. 5-on-4.
Actually, for the Golden State Warriors, Moses Moody had a very good game. Just dropped 32 points in this one. Moses Moody.
Now Jimmy Butler.
Of course, Jimmy Butler is always there. Jimmy Butler dropped 18 in this one, which gave him a total of 50 fantasy points. Jimmy Butler, of course, was good in other fields. You know, he had 10 assists in this one, 10 assists and 3 rebounds per game. Moses Moody dropped, accumulated a total of 48 points in this one, dropping 32 in the game and 4 rebounds. Ojeski, that's Moody.
I don't care how you feel about him as a dude. Draymond Green and his
Draymond Green just knows how to distribute that game. He had 8 points in this one, but with 10 rebounds and 6 assists.
Gotta go. Gotta go.
So he had 8
Gotta go up.
points.
The 3 ball needed it. That ends a 2-minute dry spell.
Draymond Green.
Interesting. Now Jimmy Butler trying to get there.
Then skip to the second quarter.
And Trey gets it.
You don't have to take the first available shot.
Steph, you gotta box out.
You're in the zone. Come.
You got it. McGowan's on the run, and
Wow!
Beautiful. Beautiful.
That must have been a goal
Bells within
too.
6. Here comes Steph.
Steph Curry had 9 in this one. It was a quiet game for him. That's Bojeski right there.
They wanted to walk. They're not going to get it. And he
19
gets
points
stopped.
in the game for
And they don't
Bojeski.
have a point. They got 3 from Steph, but those are at the free throw line. And Jimmy Butler sets an easy one up for Bojeski. Back 7 on the clock. That's the shot clock. Now you're
He's
going to
coming
go.
to halftime.
Jeremiah.
Nice steal by Butler, of course, and that's a basket.
Great, good option.
So, of
3.
course,
Coming
going
up
into
short,
the
but
third.
Sadiq Bey back at it, curls it in. clock, and you figure it was going in.
This is towards the end of the third quarter. It was a bit straightforward because it ended 124 to the Golden State Warriors 106.
Right now, the runoff for Jenski. Butler's going to get a layup. And
Jimmy Butler stripped.
Yep.
Staying vertical.
Extra pass. Jose going to the cup and going to the line. 3-point opportunity. Jose's been huge. Let's chant that. Now they get the switch.
Jimmy Butler dropped 18 in this one.
Good catch. You said it. McGowan getting there. Finishes well. Took it back to his right hand, his strong side.
No one in this league, especially at that age, you can't just be Batman and expect to be successful.
Now the Pels
This
have
is the fourth. We'll skip towards the end. Of course, towards the end they had to move on the press to this point.
They're always moving.
So yeah, it was a bit straightforward in this one.
You got it.
So let's get back in the game. Look at some of the next game. Of course, the next game was Portland Trail Blazers. Now this is a shock. Portland Trail Blazers is the only team that has managed to beat the champions. That's OKC. But they had a close one. It was long overdue for Cooper Flag and company to win. Of course, Cooper Flag dropped 21 in this one, which was one of his best games, of course. And a total of 48 of fantasy points. Then 8 rebounds right there. Too shy, a double-double for him. Then PJ Washington is back as well, dropping 21 in this one, in the total of 35. Then the other side, Shaden Sharp leading the way, scoring 36 in this one, 55 points for him. Avdia Dani, the long-range sharpshooter, scoring 29 in this one, and of course 55 points for him. So I do have some highlights for this one. Let me just pull them up for you. Portland taking on Dallas
My man is building his credit score with everyday purchases.
Yeah, it ended, of course, it was a close one. Just ended by 3 points.
There's the big man
So
clinging
4
with the tip
points.
out
It
to
was
keep
a
it
4-point
alive, but
difference.
Dallas is who comes away with it.
Oh, nice.
Big finish.
That's Cooper Flag playing together with Russell.
Got all that fourth quarter and OT burn.
Nice rejection right there.
And already
That's
making his
easy.
presence felt. Russell
They had
collects the
5
rebound.
points
Here
in
comes
this one.
D'Lo.
Actually, D'Lo is playing well. D'Lo is distributing that ball well. I think he should become the primary ball handler for this team.
3 years. Running the floor. Daniel Gafford.
That's Gafford right there with
This
his
year,
man.
period.
Cooper
So let's see if
Flag.
Dallas' starters can do something
Cooper
here.
Flag. Smooth.
Nice.
21 points for him in
Good
this one.
assist action for D'Lo in the first half. 11 minutes, 5
That's
dimes.
Thompson. Thompson
Lively
dropped
on the
19.
run.
Wow.
Running the offense.
They have some
D'Lo
bigs.
lost it.
That was Derek
Chris
Lively
Murray
right
on
there
the
with
floor.
the slam.
Here comes Sharp. Going right at Lively.
Jaden Sharp rejected by Lively. Get out of here.
Anytime Max Christie's shooting a corner three, that is a good look. Block Gafford. Block number 10.
Gafford get
Turned away
another
off the
block.
Fast break development.
Look at D'Lo. Smooth.
Russell.
Wow.
Got it back to Williams. He ran past Lively. Lake clock. Driving on
Christie.
Sharp is Christie. He twirls. He passes. They got it up and away.
On the buzzer. Oh, PJ Washington from deep.
But they
They were really sure they were going to win this one. You can see they had the skip in their step. Everyone was playing and jailing together.
Well, you don't want to let this guy here beat you.
Look out. Sharp for three. Coop
Jaden Sharp.
There's a release by
Basket.
Washington.
Washington. Cooper Flag picks him out right there, as you can see. They had an amazing game in this one. So if they can maintain this, they would go a long way. Actually, their season would actually get back in. They would actually, because they have the potential, they have all the bigs they need. Meaning, no one will play with them in the paint, and they just need to jail. I guess it's just one of those things that a team they have assembled, and the players just need to jail and play together. Then, of course, we had the Atlanta Hawks taking on Phoenix Suns. It was yet another close one, just decided by 2 points. I do have the highlights for you
My man is building
for
his
this
credit
one
score
as
with
well.
everyday
Just hold on. Let me just pull those up for you. Atlanta, where are you? So, just going to pull for you the last
20 on the
6
shot
minutes.
clock. Dyson gets it in.
So this is the
Jalen
fourth quarter.
turns, shoots it short. Dyson the
There's
rebound.
even a
Back to Okongwu.
deadly injury in this one
Sets up the
earlier
three
on.
ball. And
Big
knocks
shot.
it down.
Big shot. And here's the
I think
thing,
it was
the level
Jones
of
that
physicality the
fell on
the
his back
Suns have been
after
playing
that,
with.
which was
Hawks taking it up another
terrible
notch, playing
injury.
through contact.
I mean, it was a terrible fall. It
Lots
looked
of time.
terrible.
107-98.
So now this
Booker
is
at
for
mid
quarter,
four.
6 minutes in the game. Towards the end.
Devin moving in on beat. Gillespie whips it cross court. Corner to Booker.
Wow,
Dyson
Devin
down to get it.
Booker.
Get a little nervous here. 5:50 to play in the fourth. 107-98. Jalen going up with a left hand, and it drops out. Tip no. Rebound Daniels.
The ball just won't
They're all
fall.
over him. They get it to Onyeka. Whip it to feet from Nikhil. Go!
Basket, Nikhil.
Welcome out Phoenix.
Well, Bob Veit is coming off his most prolific offensive 3-game stretch ever. Just under 20 points a
Devin
game.
Booker.
17 of 23.
The ball won't fall.
When's the last time
Yet they had a very good push-on lead. Wow.
And he's Hoji right now.
Yeah,
Wow.
we need
What a
more
game
Hoji.
this
The
was.
Hawks could use a little more Hoji in these final 5 minutes.
Look at
Phoenix
that.
is
They
going
just
cold,
went.
Brian.
And I think it's the defense with
They
the Hawks
just
are playing
couldn't
right
score.
now. Showing a level of
It's a
scrappiness on both ends.
15-0 run at the moment.
5 to play.
15 points.
Alexander Walker gets
Zero.
a lay in. Dyson follows it in.
Dyson Daniels with
Also,
a
in this little
tip in
stretch,
right
is
there.
taking it up on both ends.
He's gotten more aggressive, which is what the Hawks needed. 107-103. Brooks is down.
The steal.
Rips it away from Alexander Walker.
Gets
Goes in.
it.
Terrible shot. Rebound.
Both ends.
He's gotten more aggressive, which is what the Hawks needed. 107-103. Brooks
The
is down.
steal right
Rips
there.
it away
Brooks
from
won't let it
Alexander
go.
Walker goes in. Terrible shot. Rebound Okongwu. Up the floor to Alexander Walker.
Now the run was 17 in all right here. They just could not score for some reason.
Only one team
And yet they had a very good push on the lead that they had. Suns.
The Hawks have
See
done
how
it
the
right.
Hawks came
Taking
back.
up their level of aggression.
At some point you
Another
start
level of
realizing we are
offensive floor.
definitely winning this game. This is 4 minutes to the
Colin
end.
Gillespie over to Booker.
Booker had 34 points in this one. Of course, that's the total of, sorry, that's Brooks. Brooks had 34, scored a total of 51 points. Then Devin Booker had 49 points in this one.
Rebound to Brooks.
49 fantasy points, and of course he scored 27 points in the game. That's Devin Booker crossing the half court. 3 minutes on the clock right there. They still have the lead of 3 points on the Hawks. That's another one, pushing the lead to 5 and 6 right there.
3-point
So
play,
6
the
point
Suns
push on, 3 minutes on the clock.
to go up 6.
Bob, the Hawks have Jalen Johnson right there at that mid-post area. I'd like to see him just take the ball and rip.
That's Dyson Daniels. Nice
It's gonna
steal.
be Gillespie to save it. Over to Booker.
Booker from long range. Oh no, it's just one of those
The Hawks
things.
get back to a little bit more motion. When you go and your offense gets stagnant, allows Phoenix to
6
be able to get
points
those
on the
passing
clock.
lanes.
Daniels. Jordan Goodwin in the game here at the end. Bounce to the corner. Beat. Gets around Gillespie. Beats it back to Okongwu. He drives it. Kicks it. Nikhil.
That's a foul.
A foul on Phoenix on Brooks.
Outstretched. Now you give him an opportunity for a play.
That's a 4-point piece.
Alexander Walker takes
Now it's
advantage
just
of
2
it.
points.
112 to 110.
Nikhil Alexander scoring 26 in this one. He dropped 26 points for the Atlanta Hawks. And of course, which is a
Colin
total
Gillespie
of
to the wing.
43
Dylan
fantasy
Brooks
points
has
for
scored
him.
30. Banging with
That's
Alexander Walker.
Brooks. This was his
Turns,
game.
fires.
Mid-range. Dropped 34 points for the Phoenix Suns.
The mismatch between he and Alexander Walker was able to rise
Now this
up
is
and
2
knock down that
minutes
shot.
on the clock and it's just 4 points different. Dyson Daniels with a shimmy basket and one.
Foul on Phoenix. And Daniels bids for his 11th
Bring
point.
it within 1. There it is. That's just
Keep
1
getting
point
off the
with 2
deck.
minutes on the
114,
clock.
113.
Hawks to use a stop right now.
Booker weaves his way through the
Booker weaves his way. Basket.
Last thing you want to do is allow Booker to get back to his right hand.
Now it's back to 3.
3-point ball game. Jalen popping out. Nikhil.
Kill.
Towel wet for the tie. Didn't get it. Shot an air ball. 116-113. Again. Book gets in tight. Left it short.
What?
Rebound.
Wow. Those are tired legs. Okay, we're going to skip towards the 1 minute mark.
And lay it in.
That's the 1 minute mark right
Dylan
there.
Brooks, Phoenix by 1. Here come the Hawks with 63 seconds. Daniels up top to Okongwu. Hits the brakes.
Of
Over
course,
to
it's
Nikhil.
one
He's
point.
been fabulous in this fourth quarter. Alexander
We're down to 1 minute now.
And the Hawks go in front.
Now they take the lead.
For
The
Nikhil.
Hawks.
119-118.
Nikhil. Alexander
50
scored
seconds to
26.
play. Gillespie has to deal now with Dyson Daniels. And we got a foul on V. Krejci. Seconds left.
So it's 40 seconds in
Stop
the clock.
here would be absolutely
Gillespie.
fantastic. O'Neal. Gillespie fakes, drives. Dyson right there with him. Challenges a shot. The shot is going to drop out.
It won't fall. It just wouldn't fall.
Bottled up. Gets it over to
Onyeka
Jalen.
Okongwu with a rebound.
Jalen. Oh, poked away and a foul on Phoenix. Win this
The
game and
reaching
sweep
foul.
the road trip. First one.
They take the lead. 2 points.
Got it. Hawks
3 points cushion.
Solid defense now. You understand it. You want to push.
Now it's 20 seconds on the clock right there.
Watch the pick and rolls.
But this was for the Suns to lose. They had a very good cushion. I don't know why the manager didn't call for the timeout when the run was on. It's a full court press timeout.
You know that this
to advance the ball, so it's 10 minutes on 10 seconds on the clock.
They get the
They
foul
had to
at
foul
10.1.
Okongwu.
Nice.
He makes the first
Second shot.
and makes the second.
Got it.
They're maintaining their 3-point lead.
9
The less-
seconds.
That's a
Back
book.
pocket.
That's a foul. Then they get the opportunity to shoot 3. He makes both of them for them. And of course,
It's a
that
1-point
was-
game. Pressure
So-
by Phoenix. Timeout.
They again use the timeout. And they're going to foul whoever
Looking
gets
for
that ball.
Alexander Walker. In it comes to Okongwu.
Okongwu. They're fouling.
And Booker tries to tie him up.
Oh, it was a jumbo.
Tipped. They're going to do it again.
Oh, you Jalen Johnson. Keep your eye on Luke Kennard as well.
Nikhil. And a foul at 3.1. Phoenix.
He
Nikhil.
misses this one. No, he makes the first, misses the next. Yeah.
No good. 2 to tie, 3 to win. O'Neal just missed it. And the Hawks escape with
So that's
the
how
win.
they escaped. And of course, won their final, that game, of course. So that's how that ended. Then the final game of the night, of course, was Chicago Bulls taking on Utah Jazz. This was also another thriller. Larry Marketing is being a revelation, scoring 70 points, 47 in the game. Wow, Larry Marketing. Then, of course, the Chicago Bulls welcomed back Kobe White, who returned, dropped 27 points in the game, 50 fantasy points right there. Then Josh Giddey dropping 77 fantasy points. And of course, dropping 26. It was a triple-double for him. 26 points, 13 rebounds, and 13 assists for yours truly, Giddey. So I do have the highlights. This is the final
20 on the shot
set of
clock.
highlights. Hold on.
Big stop right here.
This game actually went into double overtime, so I'm going to go to the end of this game. That's Josh Giddey putting together with Kobe White. Kobe White, of course, dropped 27 in this one. That's Larry Marketing. The shooting machine. Larry Marketing fouled. Larry dropped 47 points nearly, just 3 points shy of a 50 piece.
On the floor, and we're tied.
So they are tied with 3 seconds on the clock.
Nurk inbounds. Keontae, follow away Jay.
Keontae George.
About overtime on a Sunday night.
So this is the first overtime right here. Vucevic right there. Gives it to Kobe White. Kobe with some good handles. Gets it to Giddey. Giddey will return. Mid-range. Giddey gets it. Basket.
My goodness.
Roselli.
Right? Like, if you could use all of this time and put the ball up on the rim and get a rebound, you also win. But Chicago's going to put some pressure. Now, there shouldn't be an 8-second call on that.
They strip it from Collier. Euro step, Kobe White.
He threw it away.
He just threw it away. Oh no, and they were 2-on-1. Just pass to the open player.
Expect Chicago to get all over him.
All over Marketing.
If you're Chicago, you're going to try and pressure
they have
for
to play
4 seconds.
Because they had to match Larry Marketing, who was on fire.
So they know what they're going to do right now.
47 points in this one. It's Keontae George. The strip. Jumbo,
Here we go. Tap is up.
Kobe gets it. Vucevic. Timeout to advance the ball. Because Chicago is trailing by 2 points at this point.
To Kobe White. They got to go
this is Kobe White.
Kobe against Marketing.
He just needs 2 points.
He somehow made that. He somehow made that shot.
Marketing. We're going to double OT.
They are not going. So it goes really double overtime. That's Larry Marketing.
The rest of the way and
he makes both. Because he ended up with
Chicago
14-7.
26 of 28.
Wow.
It was going to be a terrible game for him.
Free throws the whole night.
Scoring 40 pieces
out of
and
66,
then end up losing the game.
47 for Marketing.
Kobe White. Actually, guys, if you can get Kobe White, please do.
Kobe White lowers
very,
his shoulder,
very good.
drops one up
very,
and around
very good.
Nurk. Kobe just had that half step on the big man.
And lots of time left. Like there's
plenty of time.
Still 2:30.
Collier is also back. Collier dropped 16 in this
George
one.
fires up a 3.
Total 44
one
points.
bouncing out. Giddey, the rebound. Jazz holding on to a 4-point lead. Bulls into front court. Try to screen out Collier.
Keontae George, speaking of which, dropped 33 in this one. 33 points.
Inside now. Left to right, dribble against Senzel, drives it
59
up,
fantasy points right there.
Picked up by Marketing.
That's Larry Marketing with the ball, gives it to
That's
George.
7 boards in 44
He had
minutes
2
for
minutes
Lowry.
on the play.
Game last year.
There's 1 minute on the clock.
2 for 2 on that trick. Trip, and it's a 2-point game.
He averaged 26 against the Jazz his last 3 times against them. And here he is again.
And a 50% shooter from downtown. Coming up on a minute to play, 144-142 in double overtime. Over the top pass, Collier finds Keontae. Drop it inside, big fella, 2 hands. Nurk.
Norwich.
4-point game, probably 2 possessions each. Chicago get 2 looks.
Okay.
The Jazz will get 2
So
as
now
well.
we're down to 1 minute.
White
Just 2
legs,
points. Kobe White from range. Didn't go in. Nice rebound. That's Giddey Josh to Vucevic. Basket. Gives them just cuts it to just 1 point.
The best of all worlds for the Bulls. 2 possessions remain for Utah, 1 for Chicago, but it's a 1-point game.
He showcases that 44% shooting from behind the arc. Marketing takes a glance back at the shot clock. 7 down to 6. Lowry with 5 takes a bump. The 3 straight away. Up, out. Nurk with the rebound and a foul on the floor. Hold your breath. Got it. Mike, you said the first one's always the toughest.
It is.
Just needed that push from that game.
Missed the sound.
Josh Giddey with a rebound. They advanced the ball.
Use all this clock. They'll take an early
Kobe White.
Like right here.
Kobe White caught
Back to
in mid-flight.
Giddey.
Back out to Giddey. Guarded by Collier.
Here he goes.
White's got it again. They push him out front.
There's the screen.
Mikhailuk making Kobe White work. He's
Wow. And 1. Oh.
Foul.
Nearly a 4-point game.
And there's 2 free throws.
Kobe White first. Good. coming back from a calf injury.
Makes it also.
Ties this game. 147 apiece.
Now it's a tie game. Watch this. This is Paul Collier.
Here's Collier.
It's going to be a dagger. Dagger Keontae George on the head. That's what they mean. You're not coming back from this. George dagger. Now all they need is a 3. They actually need a 3. Nothing else. Wow. Came that close to winning. That's Kevin Love right there celebrating. Wow. Wow. What a game that was. That one went into double overtime, of course, and of course. So can you guess who the player of the night was? Going once, going twice. Of course, it was Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey actually dropped 26 points in the game, 13 rebounds, 13 assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals, and a total of 77 fantasy points. And of course, his personal average is currently averaging 21.9 points per game, 9 rebounds. 9.9 rebounds per game, 9.7 assists per game. He's actually almost averaging a triple-double. He's just shy of a couple of points to make a triple-double average for himself. So, of course, they lost that one to Utah, but it was nonetheless a very good game for Josh Giddey, who ended up being the player of the night. So, guys, just looking at my lineup, of course, as we wrap it all up for tonight. So editing, just looking at the lineup. So Wemby, that's something to look at. I get 2 extra. I actually brought back Maxi, so I am just left with a single transfer for myself. Nikola Jokic still has that flag on him. I'm not even sure if I should captain him, but I still have time. So just to bring in Cockburn, Mitchell, and just to get them closer, Mitchell and Rollins. Then look at the guys here. He's not playing. I really have to make a big decision on these players. So between Edgecombe and Mitchell, I think I'm gonna go Edgecombe. I'm gonna go Edgecombe. This might bite me though, especially with players like Rollins who are playing. Mitchell and Edgecombe. Okay, I'm gonna go Edgecombe. All right, so that's the squad for me. I'm not playing any chips tonight. Let's save it. But to be on a safer side, should I split this? All right, let's go with that. Mitchell is on the bench. All right, guys, all the best. Until next time, peace out.